Welcome to a Blaxplanation of more of the weather conditions in Blaseball. During the expansion era, we have seen 7 new weathers introduced, making a total of 19 playable weather conditions. What weather a game will be played in can be found in game information or above the game in play. But what do they all do? First up is Salmon, first seen in Season 15. If the salmon swim upstream during a game, they reset the inning, which can cause the loss of runs, but also repair items, as it reverses the event in which it was damaged. Next is Glitter, introduced in Season 16 by the Historian. During a glitter game, a player may be able to open a crate and gain an item. Then we have Polarity Plus and Polarity Minus. This weather was introduced in Season 19 and can change during the game. When in Polarity Plus, a game proceeds as you would expect. Runs are scored normally. But in Polarity Minus, runs become unruns and vice versa. Polarity can change randomly throughout a game, and more than once, making the outcome of a polarity game very hard to predict. Now we move on to a decree weather. Voted for by fans, we have Sun Point 1, first played in Season 22. In Sun Point 1, each inning increases the value of a run. So in the first inning, 1 run is worth 1.1 run, but in the 5th inning, 1 run is worth 1.5 runs. This means the later in the game a team scores, the more they will score. Another decree weather is Some Sun, first seen in Season 23. Some Sun also requires some maths, as it adds a run for each successive run scored in a half inning, so getting on a roll really adds up. Then we have my favourite weather, Jazz. Jazz was also introduced in Season 23 and confuses everything by immediately changing the game to another weather condition. A weather arriving from prehistory is Night. First seen in the Season 23 postseason, this weather can cause a random player swap between the active roster and the shadows. We also have Supernova Eclipse, which only saw 1 season in 24, and it functions in much the same way as a solar eclipse, but with larger consequences. Any game played in this weather has a chance of incinerations, but with a supernova eclipse, an entire team can be incinerated rather than just a player. Finally, there's Black Hole. Also arriving in Season 24, this weather means that any time a team reaches 10 runs, something gets nullified. This can be a game rule, an item, a ballpark modification, or even a team. Thank you for joining me for another Blaxplanation. I'll be back with more Blaseball fun and facts soon, but until then, rejoice, play ball.